I get asked all the time, what's the best mod kit? I've made 3 ultimate comparison videos now, and I've started each of them the same way. But when it comes to the GameCube, it's honestly so much more cut and dry, in my opinion. In fact, this will probably be a pretty short video. Unlike the Game Boy IPS kits, most of these categories have clear winners and don't really have subjective answers, because we are not talking about HDMI mods or anything like that. Just the mods that allow you to play games off of an SD card or something that's not a GameCube disc. But anyways, let's compare them all category by category, starting with compatibility. All of these mod kits are compatible with all GameCube models, except for some of them don't work with the Panasonic Q, or have different workarounds for the Panasonic Q. But the real question is, why are you modding a Panasonic Q? Anyways, which kit you choose really comes down to your skill level or how much you want to spend more than features or anything like that. All of these pretty much do the same thing. Run Swiss. And most, if not all, can also run Picoboot now too. The only one that I'm not sure if it runs Picoboot is Xeno GC, but I don't really recommend that one anymore anyway. All of these kits require you to tear your GameCube down almost all the way, which is a lot of screws and will probably take you an hour or more to install. Xeno GC and Picoboot require soldering, and PicoLoader, GC Loader, and Flippy Drive do not. Soldering is optional for PicoLoader because you can get them pre-soldered in a couple different variants that all do the exact same thing. But how do these mods actually work? While they all operate fairly similarly, they all have their own quirks. Xeno GC basically just removes the regional restrictions for discs and allows you to use regular mini DVDs loaded with Swiss and other software. So it still relies heavily on the health of your disk drive. All of the other mods can bypass the disk drive and make the console region free via software. So they all can run every disk and game file from every region, assuming your disk drive still works and is still installed. Picoboot solders directly to the GameCube motherboard via wires or a quick solder board. Picoboot is very versatile because all you really need is a Raspberry Pi Pico, some wires, and an SD card adapter. But I prefer getting a kit like this from AliExpress that comes with everything you need and new thermal pads, which I have yet to see any other kits come with new thermal pads or an SP2 adapter. GC Loader is a disk drive replacement, so no more using disks at all, but it is completely solder free and is by far the easiest mod to install. It's just expensive, but we'll talk about prices later. PicoLoader is basically Picoboot, but the installation method is more like GC Loader. It's a Raspberry Pi Pico that is soldered to a flex PCB that gets sandwiched between your motherboard and your disk drive. Your disk drive doesn't need to work for this one, but you at least need the drive so you can properly install the ribbon cable into the connector. I don't know if there's like a 3D printed jig that you could do instead, and maybe that still works. I don't know. You might still need the disk drive. I don't know enough about how this one particularly works. And lastly, Flippy Drive is installed just like PicoLoader, but slightly different hardware. It features an ESP32 for Wi-Fi shenanigans and has an optional Ethernet adapter upgrade for loading games over your network. It's also fairly expensive, so let's talk pricing. Compared to other consoles, GameCube mods are pretty cheap. The Xenochip mod board, SD card adapter, and mini DVD with Swiss will run you about $6 on AliExpress. A Pi Pico and SD card adapter is about $6 as well, assuming you already have some wires you can use to solder it to the GameCube. But I recommend getting one of these kits for $12 to $15 that comes with the wires or QSB and comes with thermal pads and SD card adapter. GC Loader costs a whopping $50 just for the board and an extra $20 to $25 for the optional adapter. For around $20 to $30, you can get the pre-soldered versions of PicoLoader on AliExpress, but depending on the listing, the SD card adapter might not be included. And lastly, Flippy Drive will cost you $65 to $100 before shipping, and it's currently only sold in pre-order batches. So, which one should you buy? It's really up to you. If you want the best of the best and you don't care about money, you should probably get Flippy Drive. If you want the cheapest option, Picoboot. If you can't solder and don't want to spend a lot, PicoLoader. If your disk drive is dead and would rather have the SD card slot under the lid and are fine with paying a lot more money, you should go with GC Loader, which, by the way, it's also called CubeODE. And honestly, I don't think anybody should be buying Xeno chip anymore. It's kind of outdated, heavily relies on the disk drive. It's fine, but I would like to make one thing clear though. If you already have a modded GameCube, I don't think any of these have enough of a reason to upgrade between. They all pretty much do the same thing. You're going to run some sort of software that allows you to run games off of an SD card and open up the regions. And they all do that. No matter which kit you end up choosing, you can find links to all of them down below. And when you're ready to do the mods, I already have tutorials for all of them linked down below. Except for Flippy Drive. I haven't done that one yet. It's the most expensive one. It's cool, and I wouldn't mind doing it, but I probably will only do it if it's sent to me. So please hit me up, Flippy Drive people. Let's work something out. Anyways, let me know which kit you chose in the comments down below. If you found this video at all helpful, please leave a like, and of course, subscribe if you're new here. But I think that's everything now. So like, subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next one. Later, guys. This is probably my last GameCube video for a while because I think this is the third GameCube video of the last 6 videos I posted. Could be wrong, but I've done a lot of GameCube recently.